chat.
Okay, let me...
Yeah. You
Let me get YouTube chat. Is our chats combined or not yet?
it says connecting now. Connected, I think.
Connected, okay. YouTube, I'm just adding a thumbnail for you guys. Because you're not live on YouTube, or are you?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll hit that button when we are Gucci.
Let me just add a thumbnail and then we should be...
I need to pull up my YouTube chat though.
Good.
These motherfuckers. Oh look, there's people.
Oh, hi people.
Oh, hi.
I sent you the... Did I not download the thumbnails? I'm an idiot. The ones that I sent you, I didn't download them, so now I have to go on my Discord.
Girl.
Now I gotta go on my Discord.
Twitch gets the behind the scenes. Hi guys, we're just getting everything like squared away. There's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of processes.
And we're on time.
Oh my god, I know. It's right at 2. I should have grabbed a Dr. Peppy. Just have water.
Go grab one.
Dr. Peppy. I'll be fast.
Yeah, go get one. Hello, chats. I don't know if Wheezy's chat is here yet, but I do see mine. Hello, everybody. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Twitch. This is Not Reading All That with your favorite mid-streamer, Mini Portable, and Wheezy Blonde. We are here to yap. We are here to talk, and I think she just hurt herself, so... You heard that. We all heard that. What happened?
My shoulder's so sore. Everything hurts and I'm dying.
Did you hurt yourself?
I ran.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't hurt myself.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm good. Everything's fine. No issues.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome. I don't know if our chat's combined. I see mine. I don't see yours.
Really?
Yeah. Do you see mine? Mine just has my mod. That's it.
Who's your mod?
BK Weekend.
Oh, I don't see them. What?
Do I have to also accept? Chat. Okay, well, I could see... Okay, so maybe... Because I have...
Oh, that must be my bad. Sorry, that was my bad. I
Cool.
thought I hit it.
Oh, wait. Also... Oh, my God. I just fucked up. I just fucked up. Oh, my God. Okay, hold up. I just fucked up. Hold up. Oh, my God. Stay query session. Okay, I'm back, right? No? I'm back. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay,
your
so
audio sounds different.
we had our shit together last time. Okay. Oh my God.
It's just because I didn't hit the chat share button. Oh God.
Okay, so my audio sounds different, right? Okay.
Yeah, it just sounds echoey.
Okay. What about now?
Mm-hmm.
Better? Okay, cool. Okay, we are here. Yay! Hello, everybody! Yay!
Oh, I lost your damn video now. Shit.
I'm so sorry. That was my fault.
No, you're good. You're good. How do I get you out of... Oh, now you're blurry again.
Okay, let me fix that setting. Last week we were on it. Last week we were like, all right, we got everything together.
I feel like it's because I had more shit going on this time too. I was like, I have different sources and stuff. But last time I was like, it's fine. Let's go. Let's roll.
It's okay, so we're good. It's because I accidentally clicked off. So once you combine the chats, I put exit off of something, and then that exited the entire thing. But we're here, anyways. We're here.
What the fuck? Okay. Last time I was able to put you out of the thing. It doesn't look like I can now, so we'll just go back to the browser source. Where are you? There you are. Okay. View. Image. Nope. Don't. Nope. Nope. Where'd you go? There you are. Okay. Okay. Cool. I'm good. I hit YouTube. And we're Gucci. Woohoo! What people are calling you cursed?
Danhausen cursed me because my boyfriend didn't care for his debut. So
oh my god, that was amazing.
So
really
that could actually be the first topic of conversation here, because Danhausen is wonderful. We love Danhausen, okay? I was literally, Wheezy will understand me here. I was at Elimination Chamber because ESPN did, out of the kindness of their heart, they flew me out there. They got me tickets and stuff like that. What I did not know was that ESPN was also going to be sitting right next to me. So yeah. So they were there. The other creators that they got, which was just like this YouTuber and his cameraman, shout out, I think it's Bidibi Sports. I'm not so sure, but they got like a lot of clout on YouTube. So they were right across from me, and then it was me, and then it was Nate, and Danhausen makes his debut. And then wait, let me turn off my sound alerts. Okay. And then Danhausen debuts and Nate crashes out, and I'm just there, nervous, smiling, because I'm like, ESPN is right next to me. I don't know what they're going to be thinking about this right now.
Oh, so they're listening to Nate crash out of no, like they're hearing all of this go down.
Yeah, and I'm just like nervous laughing, as you can see in my reaction clip, and I'm just like he. I'm like, oh hi, and then of course people that don't know anything are like, can you stop fake reacting for once? I'm like, do you see how uncomfortable I am in that situation? Like, what do you mean fake reacting?
Yeah, I'm torn between like watching what's happening and being cool, and also my boyfriend's crashing out over here, and I'm just trying to, remain chill while I have ESPN right next to me and this other YouTuber with a camera and clout. Absolutely, I get it. People.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's a wrestling show anyways. Chicago crowd, I think you said it perfectly. That was not a Chicago crowd because they just got priced out. And it sucks because I finally had the opportunity to be a part of a Chicago crowd for CM Punk, and that was not one.
I was going to ask what the volume was like and what the vibe felt in there actually being there, because I could tell just from watching and having watched as long as I have and knowing Chicago crowds that was not the typical crowds of people that go to the indie shows or that I see at conventions that would know, one, who Danhausen is, but also just have energy. Because from watching on ESPN, there were people sitting, there were people that were not hyped. Even when AJ Lee came out, it felt kind of flat on TV. I was like, what the hell's going on? It was weird.
There was no reaction, and it was so sad because I'm one person. I can only do so much. So as hyped as I was to see AJ Lee, I also wanted to allow the audience to go to erupt, and it never happened. And I was like, this fucking sucks. This is not a Chicago crowd. These are not people that actually watch wrestling every single week. There were a lot of casuals around me. I can hear the people just ask so many questions. The people next to us, though, they were marks. Like, they were fucking marks. But outside of that, I heard a lot of people just ask a lot of questions and say oh, hey, so who's she? Who's blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this sucks. And these are floor seats. So you got casuals sitting floor seats, which makes sense because they're probably the only ones that could afford it at this point. Just people that got money and are bored and just want something to do. But yeah, that was not a Chicago crowd, and it sucks because AJ Lee deserved the welcoming.
She really did. First match back and how long? And I've noticed that it shows that I've gone to within the last year also of people around that don't really know what's going on and aren't into it. And I'm the kind of person that I can be excited about my own thing, but there's a point where I feed off of the energy around me. And if people around me aren't hype, I just personality wise, I can't be the only one that's really flipping my shit and being excited. I just can't. It deflates me a little bit. I wish I was different, but it's just the way that I am. So I get it. I feel like I'd be the same way. But I mean, it still looked like you were cheesing and excited as hell to see her. Was that surreal?
Yeah, it was great. It was nice. I was just like, Wheezy knows. Like with certain things that come up, like sponsorships, it's so last minute and you don't even know if it's actually going to happen because it's so last minute. You don't have your flight, you don't even have your ticket, like you don't even know, like you're in this state but you're supposed to be in this state in like a couple of hours. Like less than like 15-12 hours. You're supposed to be from here to there and you're supposed to be creating content or you're supposed to be doing this. So it's like very stressful and I didn't stress myself out. The only thing that I did was a flight because I'm like, am I going or not? But I also put it in my head. I was like, I'm not gonna go. So if it doesn't happen, if nothing comes out of it, then I'm not going to be disappointed. Luckily, everything happened. But it's crazy because the reason why I got the opportunity too was because of my connection and fandom with AJ Lee, because that's literally what they said. They were like, hey, like, we know how much you love AJ Lee. We want you to do this with her, blah blah. And I was like, yes, absolutely. I was like, yes, thank you for thinking of me, by the way. But it's just, it was surreal. Like, I just don't even know how, like, I was there for her singles match, for her returning singles match. She became champion. That was my first time since she came back being there live, hearing her music. It was just surreal. Like, how everything happened, it was so last minute, and I'm just like so grateful because I decided to grow a platform and I got this opportunity. So it was cool.
Did you get the kind of depresso come down of after doing something that big and going and doing all that and getting to meet her and do the interviews that you did? Did you get like the come down of being home and having to be back in reality of, wow, okay, all that happened and now it's back to normalcy and getting back into this grind? Was that difficult for you, or was it an easy transition and you just kind of riding the high for a while?
This time it was an easy transition because I just came back also from New York when I did the 2K Creator Fest, and then like literally within that week that I came back, I went to Elimination Chamber. So I think for me, it was less of a come down, but it was more of like, you need to be more prepared. You just need to be more prepared when you're on the go. You need to have like a second bag of all the equipment that you need. Yes, the lighting was sucky. They wanted to do it at Sky Deck. Okay. This was the thing. This is the thing of like people just annoy the fuck out of me.
I'm only cheesing because I've been here and it's really nice to hear somebody else like say it. So continue, please.
They wanted it at Sky Deck, Chicago. I thought the lighting would be outside, but it was indoors, and it was kind of like, they were like, okay, so AJ Lee and CM Punk are ready for you guys. I didn't get to speak with CM Punk. The other guy did. So he went right away. He had a cameraman. I was there. One woman show. I had my tripod, my mics, but I forgot the cord. It's so annoying. And I was like, oh my God, it is so loud. And AJ Lee is very soft spoken and I'm loud. So I was like, okay, so I can probably get my audio, but I'm not going to get her audio. And I'm not going to ask her to, hey, can you speak louder? Because my camera's not going to get, no, you are AJ Lee. You can speak at whatever tone you want to speak. So I'm like freaking out. Luckily, the ESPN guy was like, use my phone as a mic. I was like, thank you.
Oh, that was so nice though.
Yeah, I was like, thank you so much. But anyways, the lighting sucked. I know the lighting sucked, but they wanted that. And then as a creator, the only thing that I could think of is you should have brought selfie lights. If you brought lights, you would have prevented from the quality being so shit.
You don't know what you don't know until you're in that position, and you can't even begin to think of that would even be a thing, or that would even be a problem. But the good thing is that when you have that happen, it's like the next time you're able to be prepared for it. And I think you had briefly mentioned to me how Alex had brought up to you. I have I'm a psychopath. I have 2 sets of everything. Also, because I'm so immensely ADHD, I always forget something without fail. I can't run on lists when I pack. I have to have it already in a bag, ready to go. So I have 2 of everything so that no matter where I go, where I show up, I at least have it. And it's overkill now every single time, but I at least have it because I have been in that position and I can't help but I'll ruminate on it then for weeks. If I should have done this. Oh man, this would have been better. This would have been better had I done this. You messed this up. Like you messed this up, and I don't want you to be that way because that's how I am, and it's terrible. But it's the experience. It's the experience, and everyone can be a critic and say what they're going to say, but until they're in that position themselves, they will never know.
No, and you saved me in Dallas because I didn't have that cord again. That's my 3rd time. I bring the cord, but for some reason I don't pack it when I'm like ready to go. It stays in my luggage.
I have like 4 on me at all times. But I also, because same thing, because I've been to so many events where somebody always forgets something, and so I feel like mom now, where I'm bringing other things to help compensate for someone else. I even have 2 because I switched from those I switched to Bluetooth microphones for certain things that
I might do that.
Connect automatically.
Yeah.
I have an extra one. So if someone needs to like be with their phone or record with their phone, I at least have one that they can use. And again, it's just things that you learn as you go. That's why I've wasted so much fucking money on things I don't need.
You are so clutch because you're thinking about other people, which I love because I've been there where you saved my ass before. Even with, what was it? Was it the tripod? You saved me at the first creator or at the Royal Rumble. I needed something from you. I think it was the tripod. I think mine was too big or something.
I think it was. Yeah. It was when we were recording at the stations Yep. Yeah. I do remember. I had 2. Yeah.
And
I had like 2 or 3 tripods.
And you were so clutch. Dude, I need to, yeah. Anyways, so from now on, I'm just going to pack a second bag, have everything in there, triple check that everything is in there before I even leave the freaking house to the airport and make sure that that's the bag that I take. But anyways, the last thing that I will say about that, I had it in my mind and now I forgot. I was going to say something. Oh my God. I can't remember what I was going to say about that.
The thought has lost. Where was Minnie talking? We were talking about Elimination Chamber and ESPN and AJ Lee and microphones and lighting and cameras and opportunities and I'm trying.
Okay. I don't know what I was going to say. But the last thing I'll just say about the opportunity is that luckily it was with her because she immediately recognized me. She was turning her back that way, and then I was going to approach her and I was going to be like, hi, I'm the one that's going to be interviewing you. But her people was like, oh, hey, so she's going to be interviewing you. And she turned around and she's like, oh my God, hi, it's so nice to see you. Your videos are so cute, whatever. So immediately I was like, first of all, I know who she is. She's a girl's girl. She understands certain environments where like she's like, you're a person, you're a human, you're probably nervous, you're forgetting all this stuff, it's okay, we can work through it. That's exactly how she was. So I was like, hi, yes, I was so nervous, I completely forgot a cord for my mic, I am so sorry, let me go ahead and try to figure this out. And she was just like, oh, it's okay. Like she was even trying to help out, and I'm like, that is not your job, you are a beautiful woman. Do not worry about my struggles here. But she was so receptive and so welcoming, and she even said, she was like, do you want us to re-record that first question, because at that time I didn't use the camera as a mic.
Right. So you went back through because then you had the microphone, the audio from the phone.
Yeah. And she was like, we can absolutely do that, blah blah blah. So yeah, it always pays to like also have somebody like that you're doing this interview with and you're nervous and you forgot shit. So
she's someone that has a level of empathy, and she's also done it herself and done interviews and has been new to that kind of world. And so I think she is one of those few people that can look at something from the person's perspective of, hey, I'm overwhelmed, I'm doing this, here I am. You know, obviously she knows that you're a big fan of hers, that there's probably a level of nervousness, which you're very good at hiding it. you're very, very good at hiding it, but it's there, and you're like, okay, great. That's the one thing, and I can't speak for too many other superstars, but I mean AJ and CM Punk, they are two people that are in tune with people that support them, and they've seen their stuff and they acknowledge it. They really do. It's a respect given, respect taken kind of thing. So I'm really glad to hear that she's also someone that in person is just an A+ human being. I'm so happy you got to do it. You did end up seeing it where I gushed. I was being such an emotional bitch on stream because I was watching Elimination Chamber, and I got on my phone to like start posting clips, and we were having such a good night already. And the first thing that pops up is Minnie, and it's like the pictures of her in front of the WrestleMania sign, and she's taking footage of where she's sitting, and I'm seeing that she's on the floor, and I will gush here, and then I'm done like glazing you. But it's really, for me to have been doing this however many years that I have, and all the ups and downs, and I see people come into it with the worst of intentions, and they don't actually care about their craft or what they're doing or the people that do it. And Minnie is somebody that does. And so for somebody to get those kind of opportunities that actually deserves it and truly deserves it, and appreciates it, and doesn't come from somewhere where they just expect things, like I am so happy that a company like ESPN acknowledged that, because I've seen a lot of other companies bring somebody in just because of their follower account or this and this and that. And Minnie has all of it. She has the understanding, the follower account, the engagement, and a fucking brain. So kudos to kudos to ESPN for doing that. I was really emotional and happy, and I am just glad that they acknowledged that for you and being a fan of hers. And it was really nice to see.
Oh, you're adorable. You and Con both messaged me talking about how great I did. And honestly, I have never over prepared for an interview as I did for that, because that's literally the biggest moment of my career. So I was like over preparing the questions, and I've never worked so hard to like repeat the questions, have a natural flow of transition. So I was damn proud, because I was like, oh, I'm going to be nervous. I'm going to make mistakes, but let me at least make sure that I know word for word what I'm going to say. So thank you. I appreciate that from the both of you guys.
Anytime. That's what we do. We're hype people. We've been there. We're nice. Con is also a cheerleader. So
he's
also
a cheerleader.
Someone that deserves everything that he gets too. So I hype up the people that I like. Okay.
Yes. And we usually talk about, certain stuff. We always talk about this on every single pod, but we don't have to talk about, certain people. Anyways, certain creators and stuff. We could talk about, because I always jot things down. Oh, we could talk about your ringside experience. How was that?
Oh God. Yeah, I did. Where did I go? I went to Raw. So I stayed in all weekend. So this was the Raw after Elimination Chamber. I stayed in all weekend. I'd had a cold, and I felt better Monday. I was going to wait last minute to see if there were any tickets available to go to Raw. I was pretty dead set that if I was going to go, I wanted a front row ticket. I've never done it before. And so I was looking a couple days before, and the only one that was available was that front corner facing hard cam off the entrance ramp. And it was listed for like $6,000. No, thank you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that wasn't happening. Absolutely not. I looked Monday morning, and they had opened up, which they usually do. They opened up the production side, which is usually how I always get my tickets. If you didn't know, I wait until last minute. I buy on production side. They're usually about half of what they are facing hard cam. So they had one front row in the center still available. And I used Ticketmaster. I kept clicking on it after the time expired, just because I couldn't bring myself to put my card info in. I don't know. I kept putting it off. And finally, I just pulled the trigger on it, and I drove down. And it was, I don't want to say it ruins the experience for you, but for me, viewing things in person, that's the way to do it. Right there too. I don't even care about being on camera. Right there where they're facing the camera. That was, I'm not even paying attention. I don't know who's behind me. Can't hear them. Don't care. Don't know who's really beside me. Can't hear them. Don't care. That's perfect for me. The only thing, it was such a good Raw, but it's almost like you could tell that it was like they knew it was going to be a very good Raw, and they were locked the fuck in because they were not interacting with anyone ringside at all. Not like normal, where you see them interacting and signing things. They did none of that. None of that. They hardly even responded to any jeers or taunting or anything. So great show, but they were locked the fuck in. So that was the only thing, is I didn't get as much footage or anything as I would have preferred because of that. But I mean, I love Indianapolis. I'm from Indiana. So the amount of people that come up to me and are so nice to me and tell me that I didn't know you were from Indiana. I love watching all your stuff. It was a lot of dads with their sons, and their sons know who I am.
Aww.
And I see a lot of the same people. There's this one little girl. Her name is Lena. Lena is always at all of the shows around me with her dad. She's met every superstar known to man. She's always carrying a belt. She's a little blonde girl. She's adorable, and I meet her every time. So it's the shows around here are fun for me to go to just because I've been doing it, and it's like a family reunion kind of. And Indianapolis is an easy drive, so it was worth it. It was worth it. It wasn't a crazy price tag, but it was still enough for me to be like, oh, okay.
I think it was crazy. I saw that screenshot.
Yeah, it is crazy. But the front row on the other side, those were going for $1,500 to $3,500. So yeah. That's why I did it, because I just felt like I might not ever be. I just really was like, I don't know, I might not ever be able to do it again, because I will not spend that much. So I did it, and I'm glad that I did. The only person, Alicia Taylor, came over and shook my hand and said hi to me, but no one else messed with me, which was nice. Well, the camera guys usually always do a little bit, but they were focused on. There was someone sitting 4 or 5 seats down from me. It was a younger girl, and I couldn't tell. I'm nosy as fuck. I'm always listening to the camera guys, because they're always talking shit, or they're talking to each other about who they're wanting to point the cameras at, essentially, or who production is telling them to.
Yeah.
And they were saying something about a girl, and I think it was who was a few seats down from me. I'm not sure if it was Jimmy Uso's daughter or if it was somebody's daughter, but she had a friend with her, and then they went up and talked to her for a little bit. So I just was like, who is this person? And I wasn't watching the production, so I have no idea. I don't even think they actually ended up showing her. I have no clue. I
don't remember them showing like a little girl like that.
She was a teenager. I bet she was probably maybe 16, 17 ish.
I don't remember, but I'm also like terrible with like my memory anyways. But I don't remember them like purposely focusing, and then commentary is saying, oh, this is like so-and-so's daughter. No,
good.
I did miss when they quickly showed you, because I saw the screenshot when Gunther was there, and I was like, I didn't even see that part.
Yeah, it was Gunther and Dragon Lee. And that was really one of the only instances that whole night where they were right in front of us. So I think it was Gunther that really ended up getting shoved into the barricade, and it came towards us a little bit. And I get into it. I play the part, and I'm yelling at Gunther. I'm like, you piece of shit, like, you cheating ass. I was having fun. I was having a good time. I don't know if everyone around me appreciated it, but I don't really care.
That was good. That actually really does suck, though. Your first time being front row, and yeah, you're not getting that much interaction from the wrestlers. That's unfortunate. The experience is still amazing, but it is unfortunate because you're so used to seeing videos, especially with Mona. She's always getting all these damn interactions and videos with them, and then you expect that to be your front row experience, and then it's like everybody's just like in ring out.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing with Mona. So Mona goes so much, and she's done media with them and interviewed so many of them. They know who she is, so they will interact with her. And I don't, it's not something we ever talk about, but we are aware of who is aware of us. We know certain people, and so there is that possibility of them coming and being able to do something that they will play along with. And so because they didn't do it, it was like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah, well, if you don't know, Wheezy is very well known. So yeah, she
bitch show. Oh, So are you. So are you.
Anyways, all right. So we could be talking about the build for WrestleMania. We could be talking about, oh, you know what? No, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the original Judgment Day, because you can't post anything on the internet without people being on your ass about it, saying,
I hate my life.
Actually,
I fucking quit, man. I quit. Okay, backstory here for everybody. I have been trying to mix up the amount. Like, I have a system of what I post. So sometimes I'll do trending audios, I'll do quick little TikTok style things, and then I do commentary. Okay, and then I have a rotation of what I post. Okay. So I decided I was going to post a quick Judgment Day nod to Finn Balor, since he obviously is no longer in the Judgment Day. And I put over it the original Judgment Day song from Alter Bridge. There was discrepancies on whether we consider Finn Balor original Judgment Day. I understand that. Problem is I think that it is a fucking complicated question, and I don't know that you can be wrong or right. All right, personally, because I understand the original OG Judgment Day is Edge, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest. I get that. They were the three. However, there's a few minutes of Finn Balor being a part of that trio. Okay, they were a quartet for just a couple seconds before they laid out Edge in the middle of the ring and turned on him as their leader. Okay, so then you had Damian Priest, Rhea, and Finn all together as the Judgment Day until they brought Dom in. But then that was the other part, was like, well, Dom is actually OG. Is he? Do we consider that because he wasn't with the original three that turned on Edge? I could spiral. I was so not angry, but it's just this but actually of obviously it's only this one. Obviously this is the original one. And it's like, actually, I see the viewpoint of all of them. I get it. But to just stand 10 toes down and be so damn... I'm just sick of it.
Yeah, everybody's got to be right about everything. And if you say one thing, they want to say the opposite, and they want to be right, and they want to be... It's just the fact. And I know I'm repeating myself. I get it. It's a tiring argument, but it's really because you're a woman with a platform. So anytime that they can take advantage of that and try to prove you wrong and try to make you feel like you shouldn't have a platform or you shouldn't even be talking about this, they will take advantage of it, because it is the most annoying thing where you say one thing, which you're just saying, like, you're just having fun, whatever, and then I mean, actually, blah 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 blah, and it's like, it's not that serious. Also, no one asked for your fucking opinion.
I actually did think of this before we came on today, because I wanted to bring it up, that I noticed, because I've been posting a lot more opinionated kind of pieces, and not even opinionated, but just takes and things, just because I've been feeling better and able to. And I noticed real fucking quick how combative people are, how corrective people are, and how but actually people are, or how they insert things that are just implied. I posted something a couple nights ago about how Roman Reigns has never apologized to anyone that was in the bloodline.
I also said that. Yeah,
fucking true. But they took it as the whole premise of the video was talking about how Seth Rollins had said that he said he created Roman Reigns, basically, when he turned on him, right? We created the tribal chief, that whole moniker of him. That wasn't the point. People were like, but Seth did apologize. Like, that, I don't care. I don't know if that's true or not. Don't care. Not what we were talking about.
But you also never...
talking about Roman. What are you talking about?
I was going to say, you never even mentioned Seth, though. You were literally just talking about Roman Reigns. So I understand that the frustration behind this is when you say one thing and then somebody else says, oh, but this brings up something that doesn't even have to do with what you're saying, but they're just trying to prove a point against you. And you're just fucking yapping. Like, you're yapping just for the sake of yapping. You can choose to listen to it or not, but you're just yapping. And you expect people to just yap. You don't expect to have a full blown out arguments or, hey, no, but actually it's this and this and this. And it's like, okay, bro, whatever. You got it. Congratulations. You got it. Like, I'm not going to argue with you when I just literally said Roman Reigns hasn't apologized. You can make an argument because some people were like, no, but he said, no, but Roman has said, like, oh, my bad, or stuff like that. And it's like, all right, if you take that as an apology, whatever. In my eyes, I don't think he's apologized.
I don't think he has either. I don't think he has either. He expects it. I think there's a reason. And that was the whole thing of the reason we were even talking about it is it's a storyline. It's like when you read a book and you can read between the lines of things. You might be making it up. You might be making up these feelings that these characters have, but you can talk about it. And the fact that people will want to be a contrarian and tell you that you're wrong when there is no fucking 100% answer. They're not spelling it out for you. I don't know where you're getting that from. Did you talk to fucking Roman Reigns yourself? No, you didn't, bitch. Like, shut up. But also just by inserting wanting to be contrarian, but then also completely train of thought went out my fucking brain. It just left poof in the clouds. I was going
It's happening,
somewhere.
girl. It's happening.
Oh, I was going somewhere.
It's the rain. It's the weather. I don't know. It's just.
Oh, because they're not. I remember now. They were telling me that I was thinking too deep. They're like, this is too deep. This is a reach. You're thinking too deeply about this. And that's when I came and just said, you're not thinking deeply enough. Like, why when anyone tries to have fun with anything and not keep it surface level, that it's like, oh, you're thinking too deep. You're thinking too deep. But no disrespect to anybody else, but I've seen plenty of dudes that I'm friends with make content that popped up saying almost very similarly the same shit I was saying. And they're like, they're going along with it. Like, bro, that's a great point. Oh shit. Yeah, you maybe, oh man, I never thought about it that way. They're not arguing with them as much as they are with me. So I take that personally.
That is it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand that it's tiring to probably hear us talk about this all the damn time, but it's true, because until you are in our damn high heels, we don't wear high heels, but I'm trying to make a point here. Until you are wearing our damn high heels, you will understand you can't say shit as a woman in this community, because no one is going to take you well, not no one. I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect the people that actually are normal.
I'm trying to be better at that too.
Yeah. But there's a lot of dudes that just want to prove to you that you don't belong in this space, and they do that kind of shit. You could be jokingly serious. Like, when I crash out, I mean, well, my crash outs are different. But like me with Adam Pearce calling him a damn fraud, which, first of all, he is a fraud because he wasn't there to even break that up. But anyways, I could say that on the internet and somebody was just like, oh, you know this is fake, right? Oh, you know he's not the actual general manager. No shit, dumbass. I fucking understand that. But I'm also watching the goddamn show. Am I not allowed to be invested as you are? Shit, man.
That's what I do. They'll be a fan of it, and they'll be like, well, it's not that serious. It's not even real. What do you... We just go in circles about it. That is one thing that's to segue into. I wanted to bring up the video that Thea Hale posted. I did want to bring that up.
Did you write it down? I wrote yeah, I did.
Okay. I found it a little later than everybody else because I'm not on my phone in the morning usually, and the responses to it were interesting. Especially when it's someone of that caliber that does, because a lot more of wrestlers themselves or people with bigger platforms are willing to chime in. And I saw a lot less of what you normally see when I'm bringing something. Because I just feel like they fucking come down on me, man. I'm very open about my feelings and my emotions. That bothers people. I really don't know why.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't understand, but they'll be like, you just have to ignore it. You just have to ignore it. That's what these people want. They want you to do this. They want you to do that. And I'm sorry. The people that are saying that are saying to ignore it and you're just giving them what they want, for the most part, I think it's good intention, but it's coming from people that have never been on the receiving end of that kind of scrutiny or baseless hate. Lest we forget, I got completely fucking marred for 2 weeks because what I said in a video about booing Triple H because of John Cena's retirement match got turned into Wheezy's chastising her fans and she's saying you're not allowed to boo Triple H, and things get just taken out of fucking context. All right, I was getting death threats in my messages. I was getting all kinds of hate, like some of the most vile shit you've ever read in your entire life, and just getting dragged. Until you've been on the receiving end of that for years at a time, I honestly don't care that your opinion is that you should just ignore it, because the 5 comments of hate you've probably received in a year or 2 years time is nothing compared to what someone like Thea Hale has to deal with. Also being a 22-year-old woman that is still just getting her base of, she hasn't even been an adult that long. She has only been out of high school for however many years. She's not quite as hardened as a lot of us old fucks that have been dealing with the internet for as long as we have. And the fact that you can just brush that off and act like you just ignore it. It was nice to see other people chiming in, because my biggest thing is there are times to ignore it, because a lot of the time they just want an emotional reaction from you. You can't bring emotions into it. You need to bully these people back, honestly. But
yeah,
like you do. That's really the only way to fucking combat it. It's the only way. You can't engage with it with emotions. But for larger people to say, hey, we need to speak up, and if you ignore it, then you're allowing the ignorant, you're allowing the stupid to be what exists. Because if we all ignore the mean shit that people say all the time, that's all that there's going to be. There's nobody that's going to be pointing it out saying, hey, this is fucked up, you shouldn't say that. All it's going to be is the people saying fucked up shit. So I don't understand the logic of we need to be the bigger people and just ignore it. No, because they're still going to be the loudest majority, because negativity sells. You can't do that. So stop fucking telling people that all the time. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, it's also like, it's always like on us, right? You guys got to stop ignoring it. You guys got to stop doing this and then this. But it's like, why don't you tell those people to stop being assholes? Because nobody ever asked them to be this way. They're this way because they're fucking miserable. But it's another thing of, I understand having thick skin. I feel like the majority of us have thick skin, but to try to lead the conversation, that's the first thing you say. Well, you guys just need to have thick skin. No, we have thick skin, but at the same time, it's okay for us to call out the bullshit.
Right.
That just because we call out the bullshit doesn't mean that we don't have thick skin, or that we don't ignore it.
Don't let it bother you.
There's so much. There's a lot of shit that is being said on a daily basis. If we actually paid attention to everything that's being said about us, our content 24/7 would be responding to those people. But it's not that. And it sucks that this 22-year-old girl, Thea Hale, who for the past year could actually go out and have a drink at a bar. Like, you are so fucking young, and you have to deal with this. And it's unfortunate because she does have more success than the people that are talking down to her. But I like that she's so strong to be vulnerable like that at that age, because grown-ups that are in their 30s and 40s can't even be that strong to be vulnerable on the internet. Because when you become vulnerable, you're going to get even more hate, you're going to get even more backlash, and she was strong enough to fucking do that. So I appreciate her doing that. And the final thing that I'll say about this is, just because I think with the internet, they think with like the way that they do. So just because I can handle criticism and I can handle the hate and I can handle all that, I'm not going to expect you or anybody else to do that. And I'm not going to talk to you in a way of like, well, you should just like be able to handle it. No, everybody's fucking different. And I think the internet acts like that. So just because I could do this, everybody should be able to be like this. No, just understand people are fucking different.
That's for sure. We're all very different in so many different ways. And I think she came up in a generation of people that really, really lack empathy. We have an empathy problem, I think, just in general. And so I'm glad to see somebody that's 22 being brave enough to come out in front of people and be vulnerable like that, because I think the answer is typically to act like you don't have any emotions at all and that nothing bothers you. And I think it's good for young people especially to see, hey, it's okay if it affects you, but you can't let it completely destroy you. You still have to keep moving forward. You can't let those people win. It's okay to acknowledge it, but don't let it completely like control you. So I am glad to see that, because typically they're not really allowed to acknowledge those kinds of things, really, or they're not even supposed to respond on social media. So it was refreshing to see. I love Thea. I have since she was in Chase U, so I hope she's doing okay. It's hard. It's hard. It's a learning curve.
Yeah, and she's getting hate because of that, because she got the title that one time. That's where the hate is stemming from. That's so weird. Oh my god. Like I don't understand how you love wrestling And then like you love how maybe predictable or unpredictable it is, and then you hate on somebody for winning a title that way, when in reality, like, isn't that why you love wrestling? It's a live sport, anything can happen. Why are you so mad at that?
Especially that, you know, I understand with the criticisms of specific things that are happening and outcomes of stuff, but like, that's one of those angles or things that happen that's like shit happens on the fly, dude. Like, you got to improvise. It is what it is, and then you run with it, and what you do with that tells a lot about who you are as a person. So to just be like, you're not even a real, I can't, like, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
It's the same thing with Blake Monroe. I can never talk about how the Hollywood ending should main event without people underneath that comment section saying, well, blame Blake or blame Mariah. It's her fault because she was leaving. I'm not gonna blame her for that. Were you kidding me? Like, what do you think this is? No, I don't care for him.
Like, no, that is everyone wants. There has to be someone to go at and blame. Always, there always has to be some scapegoat, some pitchforks going after with an angry mob at whoever they think something's fault is, and whether that be people that are doing the booking, the person that was part of the storyline, the person that beat the baby face, whatever it may be, they're always gonna fucking hate somebody. And that's just that's just how they go. That's how they go. I do want to read this one real quick. I got a super chat from the Arrow stream. Thank you for the $5 super chat. They said that title win wasn't on her. Why is that the hate? Things happen on the fly. She did what she had to do. And that's exactly what, you know, that's our point too, of just, it is like, it's like, okay, and you know,
it's something that I wouldn't expect people to get hated on. It's just weird. It's just, we live on a timeline where like you, as like normal as possibly as you can, try to consume something, and then you go on Twitter and you see that the opposite kind of person is just going crazy off of this, and you're like, why are we upset about this? This is really weird. And then other people are following and agreeing with that, and it's like, this is weird. This is only on X.
Oh, yeah. That's why I stay off of it half of the day, because I watch it happen in real time, where they convince themselves of something that is completely fabricated, whether it be about wrestling or something else. Just like an opinion about a person, like real people. Like, I don't know if you've. I shouldn't say it. I'm going to. You ever see what they say about Shamra Sapp? Holy shit, man! Holy shit! It's the wildest thing. I'm like, where did that? You know, and I'm going back and looking, and I'm like, color me confused. There's so many instances like that.
He posted a still of Dragon Lee being unmasked, and then the tweets, like the aftermath of that, was he hates Mexicans, he's racist. That's literally the kind of reach that happened on my Twitter timeline.
Is that how that happened?
People were upset. Basically, they said that he's disrespecting Lucha Libre and all this stuff, and they basically called him a racist white man who doesn't understand the culture and all this other stuff. And he's like, this was literally aired on national television, and it was uploaded on YouTube on WWE's part. Also, can I just add, that's not the first time Dragon Lee has been like sort of half unmasked. We've seen his face before, but anyways,
I've seen his face just because they went and grabbed him or like, here, interview him, and I was just like, hi, and I talked too fast and he didn't understand me, and then I felt bad. I was like, I'm so sorry. Shit.
Did you know that it was him?
No, not until he grabbed his mask from his side. He was like, oh, I gotta put this on.
Oh my god. Oh, they would have had the pitchforks ready for you if you ever aired that.
No, I never posted any of it. You know why? Because I asked him about Thanksgiving, and he didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, because my dumb ass asked like 3 people that weren't from the US about Thanksgiving, and they were like, what? We don't do that. I'm like, oh shit. Swerve. Like, and so I was like, tell me about food. I never aired it.
Tell me about food, your favorite food.
My friend Pika was translating for me, so she was everything I was saying, because I felt so bad. He just looked at me just like bitch, I don't know what you just said. And so Pika just like, hey. And his face lit up then. because she speaks Spanish, and he was like, "Oh, thank God." I'm like, "Oh, thank God."
I feel so bad. They just put them, but that's so going back to what we first talked about. That's what happens. Like, it's like they kind of put you in these situations where it's like, okay, well, they don't know what I'm talking about. You kind of just grab the star, and you're also grabbing the person that's supposed to, and you're just like, okay, go. And you're just like, oh, okay.
He was like, get ready and shit. They went and grabbed him out of the locker room and threw him in front of this little blonde girl. And he's like, what are we doing? What do you want me? What the fuck am I doing here?
Oh my God. But yeah, that's the levels of reaching that Twitter does. I had to go back and look at all this stuff too, because when I saw Sean Ross Sapp is all racist and all this stuff, and it's like,
because I mean, just that alone is fucking crazy. Just as someone that knows him and has for a minute, yeah, that's wild. That's so wild.
Yeah. Over on chat, I am posting. Okay, so let's try this. I posted Google Forms. If you have any questions, post your questions. We'll dedicate some time for questions. Hopefully that works that way. If it doesn't, we'll try to figure out another way. Super chats are also included. If you want us to answer a question right away, then super chat it. Ariel, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, and also Greg Cherry with the $5 super chat as well over on YouTube. I was gonna talk about, damn it, because oh yeah, so with the whole, when we went to TNA, somebody like days before, this dumbass that's always trying to argue and trying to talk so much shit to us all the goddamn time, he's so annoying. Over on Twitter, somebody was talking about how somebody was like, AEW this and they suck, blah blah blah. TNA, like they praised TNA to take a shot at AEW. That's what I saw. So I responded saying, or you could just shut the fuck up because it's annoying. Get that shit off my timeline. So when we went to the TNA premiere for the AMC debuted, this person just created a narrative of like, wow, so when she's there, she likes TNA, but online she hates TNA. She got mad at me because I said that TNA is doing good. And I'm like, no, I actually told you to shut the fuck up because you took a shot at AEW to praise TNA when you could just praise TNA. Like, it's like,
they talk themselves into whatever their own reality is. They just make up their own meaning, and it's aggravating. Aggravating as fucking shit.
So fucking annoying. All right, let's talk about some wrestling. Do you think that Liv and Stephanie should main event WrestleMania? And I'm talking about story wise.
Currently, I think they could one of the nights.
They could.
I do. I think so. When I'm thinking, and it's weird because I think I struggle because one of my gut instincts is to say no, and that's only because I feel like just now recently Stephanie feels strong as hell. I feel like now I'm really getting to know her, and I'm like, hell yeah, and I'm rooting for her. And there is a lot more backstory there and things that they're doing between them. So I feel like, yes. At the same time, I feel like the crowd isn't into it, or just in general, like, I don't even know how to word it. I feel like no one's paying attention to it. So it doesn't even feel like it's a big story right now because no one's paying attention to it. What do you think?
I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean. As much as I do want Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquera to main event, I feel like the story isn't strong enough to main event. Yeah. And it's included within the hype. Like, we get excited when we see them, but it's not enough where it's like that's all we're going to be talking about for like the next couple of hours once it's done. You know what we did talk about? The CM Punk and Roman Reigns promo, that interaction. Like, that's what we talk about. So when that main events, we're just kind of like, that makes sense. They're the two biggest stars, the stories there, the interactions there. Unfortunately, right now, if they do main event, which I don't think that they will, but if they do, then cool. Like, whatever. Like, I don't care about my opinion. They're main eventing, hell yeah. But at the moment, I don't think the story is strong enough to carry on to be a main event.
There are moments now where I feel like the story has the potential to be strong enough. There are a couple of reasons why I feel like it's not connecting. So one being, wrestling fans are one kind of lazy, and they're also really resistant to change. So one thing is that in order to understand where Stephanie is coming from and what she's saying to Liv, one, you have to read fucking subtitles. Okay. You have to really understand what's happening. And you also have to understand where she comes from. And that requires a little bit of backstory and knowing how she came up and where she was before. Okay. That's really difficult for some people. So the things that she's saying to Liv, to me, are really strong and make sense. But I also think that wrestling fans, I'm generalizing again just because it's the easiest thing to do. Looking at Liv Morgan, a good majority of wrestling fans are like, oh, Liv's hot. They're not I don't feel that a lot of them are really paying attention to the things that she's saying right now in all of the interviews that she's doing, or the things that she's putting out there about how she came up and all of the tribulations and things that she had to do, and how Stephanie is kind of combating that and it's saying, hey, you're saying you're doing all of these things, but you're, you know, following fucking Dominic Mysterio around and acting like you're this blonde bimbo. And so it's there, but it's just, I don't know if it's not getting enough interaction between the two of them face to face in the ring, that it's not connecting. Or if it's because they look at Stephanie Vaquer. I hate that I'm saying this, but I'm going to say it. I feel like the audience is looking at Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan as, oh, the one that does the thing from NXT, and we're really into that. And then Liv Morgan, who we also think is hot. And so we're not paying attention to the substance of the story here. We'd rather pay attention to CM Punk and Roman Reigns and argue about that. Okay, I'm done.
I can see where you're coming from, because you are right. What Stephanie is telling Liv Morgan is actually, it's something that like only Stephanie can like really say to her, because she is right. Liv, you're fantastic. Your improvement over the years is something extraordinary. You're better in ring. You're better on the mic. Your character, like everything you do now is really good. It's at a level where you should be main eventing, but you're but like you're still connected to Dom. You're still connected to this man, instead of just being by yourself, owning who you are and running the division just by yourself. Instead of just like, oh, hi, Dom. It's cute as fuck. Don't get me wrong. They're cute as fuck. But at the same time, if you separate yourself, Liv, you could be world champion and you could carry the women's division.
And her own insecurity too, because it's there, and she's shown it a couple of times that Liv herself is insecure, and Stephanie pointed it out too, saying how I see more in you than even you do, pointing out that Liv doesn't totally believe in herself. And so I like it, but I don't even know that they've been spotlighting it really well from even just like the podcast standpoints or people from WWE. And maybe even, you know, it's not listen, it's not my fucking job to hype up everything that WWE does, but maybe we're not focusing on it enough.
It's not
so we shouldn't have to, like, you know, the outside sources shouldn't have to in order for it to feel really important in, you know, on the show. So, and how many weeks do we have now? Do you think that Jade and Rhea could possibly main event or no?
See, that's the unfortunate part, because it's like they barely. So I hope this makes sense to somebody. They haven't even had that much time to build up that feud. Yet I feel like if they main event, it would make sense just because of their Twitter altercation and how like real the hate felt. And then you go to Liv and Stephanie Vaquer and you can kind of tell that it's a storyline. But you don't, it's what you said. They're not focusing on Liv's insecurities. They're not focusing on that when it comes to TV time. But just on Twitter, just that one interaction alone, I'm like, damn, I don't think they like each other. And now I'm like, yeah, put that as a main event.
Yeah, because you can feel it. Because you can feel the heat of it. And even just, not a sidebar of it, but they did have that interaction in the ring between the two of them. How did you feel about that? Did you feel like that was strong, or were you just kind of like, this is a surface level back and forth? How did you feel?
I liked it, but my chat hated it, and I understood why, because it was very surface level. It was. They're talking about,
I liked it too.
Your muscles are bigger than mine, and your muscles, like, I understand why people hated it. I really do. The only reason why I liked it was because it kind of confirmed to me that Twitter altercation was real, because they didn't use any of it. If it wasn't, I felt like they would use it, and they didn't. They went to like your muscles and blah blah blah, and I was like, that's why I liked it.
I liked it just with my history of like being in the gym and knowing all the different sections of like people, of the bodybuilders and the power lifters and the ollie lifters and all of that stuff. And I was like, oh, I understand. This makes sense to me. Okay. But it was very like, they could have had a little more gas to it.
Yeah, like I kind of wanted Rhea to bring up, or Jay to bring up, like sort of backstage stuff, you know, like if you're gonna be on Twitter saying that you spent this time with the creative team, then I want you to bring that up in a promo, also talking about like, oh, we know why you really got into this match because blah blah blah, you know. But it's fine if they didn't. I get it. I don't know if it's real or not, but for me, I felt like that was real.
I think they're less willing to, you know how there's been instances where obviously Punk's done it, but it's the people that know that they can rock the boat and say some shit of, I think Punk had said something to Drew one time about being the chosen one, and he's like, who chose you, where they like allude to Vince in situations like that. The women, I think, have a little bit of discrepancy with it, where they're afraid if they do, they're more willing to probably get brought down on, and they could easily just sideline their storyline or whatever, and they don't want to get punished for it, because I think they have a hard enough time getting them to take them and their story seriously in the first place. At least I feel that way. I feel like sometimes it's an afterthought, where there hasn't been a lot of time spent thinking about how they're actually going to do this, because they're focusing so hard on their main event guy players, and they're not focusing on the women's titles. That's why the women's titles have felt the way that they have.
Yeah, we haven't really had a strong honestly, Becky Lynch was strong. That was like the only one that I can think of that was really like, oh, who is your intercontinental champion? Becky Lynch. That one's quick. But then maybe it's my memory, but it takes me a while to remember who's the women's champion, who's this, and then I'm like, who is it again? And I'm like, oh, it's Stephanie Vaquer. And then I also have to think about Jade. I'm like, oh, it's Jade Cargill. I don't know why, and I hate that. I hate that for the women. I hate that because it's like, none of it seems like they're putting in the effort. Who are the women tag champs? Who is it? I really don't know. Kabuki Warriors? No. Oh no, Lash and Nia.
Lash and Nia, yeah. Which just happened. Yes. It just happened. And that division, because when you asked me about when you asked me about the men's, fuck if I know. The Usos came down and they said that they were the tag champs. Where my chat did like, are they still? What are they doing with the tag division? What?
They don't have to. They didn't even come out with the titles.
No, both times they didn't have the belts.
Like, oh my god. Well, the good thing is that it's not only with the women, it is like that with the men's, because it's like, yeah, who are the men's tag champs? So SmackDown has JC Mateo and Tama Tonga, right? I think that's who's carrying it.
I believe so. Yeah, the MFTs still do. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just there's some championships where it's like, if you don't do anything, we don't know what the hell is happening.
Oh, Julia's the U.S. Julia is still the U.S. champion for the second time, but they also have her in the tag picture right now. So they've taken all of the singles women's wrestlers and put them in tag teams now, and so
and she's getting pinned. She's gotten pinned like 3 times.
That's right. She did this week or last week.
I don't like that for champions. I don't care what company it is. I don't like when the champions get pinned. That's always been a pet peeve of mine. Like, why are we doing this? You're a champion, but you're getting pinned. Okay. I've never liked that.
Yeah, multiple times. They had Rhea pin her.
Rhea pinning Julia is okay. I feel like that's the only instance where it's like somebody of that caliber, that's fine. But it's like, if it's not Rhea,
I think last time it was Alexa. I think it was Alexa.
Alexa did
Charlotte.
And then there was another time because she got pinned like 3 times. So, I don't know. Here, let me see if people have. Okay, we got response. Okay. So we can go to the question segment of this.
I put it in. I had pasted it in my YouTube chat as well.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if
We got yeah, well, we got a couple. Yeah, let me refresh. Yes. Okay. So the first one is, what are your thoughts about the WWE blackouts for local business? Do you think that is fair to the business if the only reason allegedly WWE is doing it due to poor ticket sales? Should WWE maybe start doing early bird costs at the beginning of sales, and maybe it'll prevent this issue?
Go ahead.
For me, one of my thoughts about the WWE blackouts for local business, I mean, I hate TKO, so that's my answer. TKO, I hate them. So I know you know more of this, so I'm gonna give you your time.
Okay, so the easy answer is just the blackouts in general. They suck. Like, it sucks in general, and there are many industries that do it. So they do it for MLB, they do it for NFL if it's in the same city all the time. That doesn't make it okay. It still fucking sucks. It is a money grab. The one thing I would deter people from doing is assuming that it's being done because of ticket sales. It's greed, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that logic really makes sense of saying they're doing these blackouts so that people are forced to like go to the show or buy tickets. It could be that no, maybe we want to push more subscriptions through ESPN or something like that. But ticket sales, if somebody has to go to a local bar to watch a program, they sure as fuck are not going to be able to afford tickets to a WWE event. So I just be careful what you read online and who's saying what. It's absolutely greed. It's absolutely TKO wanting to push more subscriptions and money in that way, or they want to be the ones in control of it, like hosting a watch party at like a movie theater. But it sucks for little mom and pops and places like that. How they actually enforce that, I don't really know. I don't even know how MLB or NFL does it, but that's basically all I have to say about it. It sucks. It's greed. There ain't a fucking thing we can do about it.
I never even thought of that. Like, how do they enforce it? Like, do they say you will get fined $50,000 if we like? I never thought of that.
Like, who's gonna be the narc that like runs and says, "Oh, they're doing this," or do they? That's if you're just streaming it off of Netflix or something or ESPN app, like in a bar in Chicago, especially if it's like in the suburbs somewhere, how are they gonna know?
Yeah, that's crazy. Or maybe if somebody posted on social media saying, hey, we're here at this bar watching this, and maybe they get fined. I don't know, but that's actually interesting. I never really thought of that. For the next one, it says, how do we actually hold people accountable online for the crazy stuff they say? Because you guys say you shouldn't ignore it, but if you don't, it's never going to end and there's no consequences, and they can essentially just make infinite accounts, and reacting is basically fueling them to do more. So it's not even, so it's more about like bringing awareness of people talking shit, because it's like, it's never going to stop. We understand that. Like, it's never going to stop. There's always going to be people who want to talk their shit, and that's how they just want their online experience to be. It's just more so of like, I think you got to give grace to the people that receive it. If somebody wants to talk about it, allow them to talk about it without harping in their comments saying, well, you should ignore it, or why do you focus on this stuff? Just allow them to be fucking human. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I agree. It's very much, a lot of the time, it's just a general blanket statement that you're giving of pointing out and generalizing what people are doing and saying that's not good, and you'll get hit with, no, well, you should just ignore it. It's like, clearly I fucking am. That's why I'm making this blanket statement right now and not replying to that person directly. There's specific times where you can reply to people directly. Majority of the time, I don't encourage it, because most of those people do want an emotional reaction. One little bit of advice I do give people, because a lot of the time, if this is happening to you in person, it works better. But when someone says some off the wall shit to you or is trying to get under your skin, I have like a 4-step. You ask them to repeat it for you, especially if you're in person. If they say something that's trying to get under your skin, you just no sell it and be like, what was that? Can you say that again? And make them say it out loud. And then when they repeat it to you, Don't flinch, don't get mad, nothing. You cannot give any emotional reaction whatsoever. And you just go, huh, that's a weird thing to say, but okay. And you move on with your fucking day. That's how you do it, because it doesn't acknowledge what they're doing. It doesn't give them the reaction that they want. The one thing that I think is different from bringing awareness to it is you can respond, but don't feed in and fuel the fire. Don't be like, you stupid piece of shit. That's what they want. That's what they want. So unless you can tactfully bully them, don't do it.
Also, I think we should bring bullying back to the bullies. I hate this concept that you can't bully the bully. Like, I grew up bullying the bullies. So for me, it comes very natural. So when I say something out of pocket to them, all of a sudden, oh, well, Minnie, you really shouldn't say that. What about what they just said? Let me quickly say this. I had this one guy on YouTube make a full-on video on me talking all this crazy shit, like talking about my body, talking about my face, talking about how I'm a fake wrestling fan, all this bullshit. It was the Ninja Turtle video guy. I do the Ninja Turtle video. Yes, that was my response. I do the Ninja Turtle video.
But I know it's
and all of a fucking sudden in my comments on a YouTube video, on a random YouTube video, say, hey, I really think you should apologize to him because yeah, sure, he was talking shit, but he was talking shit about yes. I was like, kiss my ass, are you kidding me? I gotta apologize because I did a little Ninja Turtle video? No, kiss my ass.
They're always so emotional. They don't expect to get mad. They don't expect that's the thing. That's my point though. If you don't respond with the what was me? You hurt my feelings, and you respond back with some fucking fire, they don't like that. They don't like that. Then suddenly, oh no, what are you attacking me for? You should be the bigger person. Motherfucker, you're the one that started it. Excuse me?
These gremlins, like, I don't know any of these fucking gremlins that make videos on me, but they know about me. So if I reciprocate in my own fashion, all of a sudden, oh, well, you took it too far. Oh, kiss my ass. Anyways, I just wanted to quickly say that. And then what do you guys feel is the most overrated match concept? Overrated match concept? I don't know if
butterfly in the sky.
What do you guys feel is the most overrated match concept? I'll give you an answer to give you an answer. I think any match where it's not a no DQ and then it's up to the ref's discretion and then DQs are allowed to happen during the match.
I don't have a good answer for matches, but I'll give you this one. I'm tired of matches either ending in DQ and then the people keep fighting and then we have to have the entire security team come out with Jason Jordan and the Hurricane and everybody else, and Jamie Noble. I'm tired of that. So probably that's it's not a match stipulation, but that's my overrated. Can we do that left?
Yeah, I like that. This is funny. What's your Mount Rushmore? It's cute. Ignore me. That's thank you for that. We will gladly ignore you. And then, are either of you planning on going to New York for AEW Double or Nothing? This is from Greg Cherry. I don't plan on going anywhere because my sister bought me Vegas WrestleMania tickets and now all my money is going to that, so I'm not planning on going anywhere else.
When is that?
May.
Okay, I feel like I did ask. No, probably not. I'm in the same boat of I went to so much last year and I really kind of put myself in the hole, just to be quite frank. And so I need to be a little more conscious about the things I am choosing to go to. If I'm going to pay to go to an event, I need to be guaranteed that I'm either going to be compensated or May 18th. Oh, that's my wedding anniversary. I ain't going. I'm not dragging my husband to a fucking AEW show on my anniversary. Not again. He will kill me. But yeah, unless I'm getting compensated for it or I'm guaranteed that there is some kind of content or purpose of me being there, I just can't. I did it enough last year and it proved that I need to be home and work on my content from here as much as I can.
Yeah, you're crazy. You did so much. Me doing it as little as I do it, I'm always like, oh my god, I put myself in a hole for this and blah blah blah. And you did a lot.
Yeah.
Which also goes to show you that like people don't know shit. Like WWE is not paying anybody to talk about their shows or attend their shows unless you're a celebrity. They probably get paid to attend shows.
Sure, they'll fucking put you front row and give you a WWE belt if you play basketball, but if you actually
They
do
don't.
anything else, no.
And I know like this is just random unsolicited advice, but what I will say is if you're a WWE content creator, just keep in mind WWE doesn't really care to work for you because you already like their product. They want to work with people that don't watch WWE. So celebrities, social media personality, content creators. If you have an audience that doesn't know much about WWE, they will most likely work with you. And if you're getting into the content game just because you think WWE is going to give you a job, that is like 1% of possibility.
Honestly, the best route is for you to build a platform on something completely different and then have one video go viral that has to do with wrestling, and they'll fucking fly you out and give you tickets and roll out the red carpet for you, and then they'll work with you. If you make regular content about WWE or pro wrestling, good luck. You'll be lucky to get honestly nothing. You get nothing.
Yeah, you are their audience. You are their demographic. They don't care to be like, oh, she's gonna bring us more viewers. No, the viewers are already watching. So just anyways, just friendly advice from Minnie and Wheezy here.
Nope. And that's, I think, but to that point, I think that's a big reason that I think more of the things I've been invited to are indie shows, AEW, TNA, because my audience is majority WWE. I speak mainly to a WWE audience. So there's that little blip of, ooh, maybe if you post some of this, they'll be interested in it and you can reach that audience. And there is validity to that. So yeah, WWE's like, this bitch is locked in, fuck her. Anyway.
Her audience is locked in too, so yeah.
Change, what do you mean? They're too...
Well, alrighty. I don't see any other super chats. We had five questions, or yeah, 5 responses on that. So I guess the Google Forms does work. So we'll go ahead and do that for our next pod. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Say you did. Say you liked it. Say you liked it. No, yeah. This is the first time I think I advertised better. It will be on YouTube every time that we do it. I think we had decided every first Wednesday and last Wednesday of the month, or rotated
every second and last.
Every second and last Wednesday,
which is every other Wednesday. Yeah. So every other Wednesday. So next week,
bi-weekly.
Yeah, bi-weekly is the best way to put that. So we will be here bi-weekly. If it's a necessity to like be here next Wednesday because something crazy happened, then absolutely. But our schedule is bi-weekly. Again, we will get better. Our conversations will flow more natural. I think last week's conversation was spectacular if you haven't seen it. This week, I liked our conversation this week. Or I can't even speak this week. But I feel like we had more to talk about last week.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is it really just depends on the week and what the hell is happening and what's going on. I think things will ramp up as we're getting into WrestleMania, which is going to be here before we know it too. So
I know we only have like a month left. I haven't booked anything. I'm like, I'm dragging my feet. I don't want to go. I really don't want to go. I'd rather work. I'd rather work and be here, but it's okay.
I get it. I'm the same way. I'm there's a part of me that's sad, and there's another part of me that's like, yeah, but then I get to be here and just chill and do what I do. So,
well, if you do plan on going, Wheezy, I would love if you were there. I would absolutely love if you were going to WrestleMania Vegas, because I will be there.
You never know. We'll see. I'll be at Squared Circle Expo. Oh, Greg Cherrybrand, thank you for the $5 super chat over on YouTube. He said gave Minnie $5, so figured it's only fair. Thank you, Greg. I will be at Squared Circle Expo here in a couple weeks, and that is when I will probably really find out if any of the cons there that I've worked with are going. And then who knows? Maybe the week of, someone will want to work with me and do something, which is very annoying to not know ahead of time. But it is what it is. I sure as shit am not fronting the whole bill myself. No can do. No can do. No siree.
Mm-mm.
But I'd like to be there with everyone. I'll have FOMO.
Well, I mean, I hope you make it out there. Selfishly, I hope you make it out there. Because I know Vegas is crazy. And it's just I rather be with Nate. Nate's gonna be there with me, obviously, but I also rather be there with like other people that I know. Because Vegas is just a lot. So
it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, alrighty. I hope you enjoyed this. I will stay on for like a couple of minutes. I don't know if you are gonna stay on after with your channel, but yeah, this is the end of the pod. So
great talking to you.
Great talking to you.
We'll see you in 2 weeks, I think.
Yes, we will see you on the I don't know 24th, whatever it is. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the pod again. Appreciate y'all, and we appreciate the feedback. So if you like or think that we should maybe talk more about something, please let us know. As always,
if you would like to have us bring a guest on as well, if you would like us to bring someone in for a conversation at some point, and you have anyone in mind, let us know that too.
Yes, let us know. Me and her posted it on Twitter, so that's the best way to just let us know on Twitter, because it's like quick interaction. We could read your comment, we could see, So, alrighty, guys. Bye. Bye, Wheezy.
Bye, Minnie. See you later. Bye.
Bye. Okay, I am still here. I gotta read out a sponsorship real quick. I'm still here, right? Hi, everybody. Hi. Also, thank you so much for I think on Twitch. Let's see. Blue on Air. Thank you so much for gifting a sub. I know you did that an hour ago, and I apologize for just reading it now. Queen of the Ring collab. That was the one person that I was thinking about right now. I was like, as we're talking about it, Queen of the Ring would be perfect. Let me go ahead and read this ad for you guys. And then we got to watch something real quick. So okay, so I did that. This is a streamer ad. Are you guys ready? Alrighty, guys. Wait, select the bottom, select the start button. I already did, right? I did, right? Wait, select the start button. You have up to 5 minutes to read. Okay. Alrighty, guys. This stream is sponsored by Hokum. Hokum is in theaters May 1st. It is a new horror, Hokum, from Neon and the producers of Weapons. It is a new horror movie. Okay, so Hokum is from Neon and the producers of Weapons and Barbarian, which is cool because if you know the producers, then yay, that's a good movie right there. And I'm very excited. Let's go ahead and play the... How do I play it? How do I play it? I'm supposed to play you guys the trailer, but I don't necessarily know where the trailer is at. So there's also that. I don't know if it comes out after. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Well, this is great. That was fun. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I did my streamer read, but I don't know where I'm supposed to show you guys my... Oh. Murmur. Oh, here, monetization, sponsorships. Maybe it was there. I'm sorry. Sounds excellent already. I like it. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I don't know where I'm supposed to be showing you the actual trailer. Is it on YouTube? Is that what I'm supposed to be showing you? Okay, well, I don't know where the trailer's at, so how come? I'm waiting. I have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, here it is. Here, let's watch this, guys. Let's watch this real quick. And then we're good to go. Ah! Oh my god, that was scary. Okay, that is actually fucking frightening. Let me go to full screen. Let me go here. Okay, guys, we're supposed to be watching this, so let me show you this.
First time in Ireland.
Oh, I like him.
Folks came here for their honeymoon. Always wanted to come back.
Why didn't they?
I don't know if you've noticed, but there are some oddballs walking around this place.
There are worse things than strangers out there, Yank.
One of the members of staff is missing.
What about the honeymoon suite?
It's always locked.
From the director of Oddity and Caveat.
I'm getting a weird feeling.
And the producers of Weapons and Barbarian.
Something feels off.
This is the kind of stuff that doesn't scare me.
I think there's someone down here.
Or maybe it will scare me, who knows? I don't watch scary movies anyways. That's his name, Adam Scott. I was trying to think of his name. Okay, that was actually scary at the end. Alrighty, guys. That was the movie. That is a trailer of Hawk'em. Scary. Anyways, that was my sponsored stream. That's it for me. Ha ha ha. I will be, bro gotta be dumb to put his hand through there. That ending scared me. Anything with a mask terrifies me. I try to act like I'm like, not scared of certain things, but that actually scared me. I watched your Powerbomb video. It was mad funny at the end. Call me mommy. Yeah, I know. I'm stupid. I appreciate you finding the excitement behind it though. Thank you. All right, well, that was my ad read. That was my sponsored stream. I did what I had to do on my part. What I will say is I will be back for some showcase. It is 3:25 Eastern. I will be back probably like around 5:30 p.m. Eastern to play some showcase, and then I'll transition into AEW Dynamite. So I'll be here like within 2 hours. I'll be back. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all the love and support. The pod will only get better and it'll grow. We gotta find ways to interact with the stream some more. And the best way is through the questions at the end of the segment. But I know I saw some of you guys engaging with the conversation, so thank you for engaging with the conversations. We could read it as we're live streaming, but we probably don't like respond to it right away, so I appreciate you. Collab pod with Tonica. Is she streaming? Is Timeless Tony streaming or what? That's like the second time you mentioned Tony. Is she streaming? If she's not streaming, why are you even saying it? Anyways, we'll probably bring in Queen of the Ring. I do want to bring in, if you guys know who Lovely Lulu is on Twitter, she's fantastic. She's actually one that we said to come on our pod, but we just never reached out to her. So we have her, we have Queen of the Ring. Hopefully one day we'll get like fucking A personnel on here. Maybe they'll want to come on, but I think we need to get more natural with our conversations and stuff. I also don't know why it looked like I was crying that entire time. I kept staring at my eyes and it looked like I was like crying. I don't know. Anyways. Oh, Tony Wrestling. Oh, she's a good one too. Tony, Auntie Tony, Queen of the Ring, and Lovely Lou. Those three are like top three. We just have to figure out how we could fit in a third person, especially when, I mean, we could just have our like normal conversation, so it don't matter. All right, y'all, I appreciate you guys. I will be back within 2 hours, so I'll see you guys soon. 5:30-ish Eastern, I will be back for some showcase. So I appreciate y'all for being here. Bye Craig, bye Q, bye Kenneth, bye Alexander, by Bad Boys, by French Fries and Lab, Arrow, by Greg Cherry. Thanks so much for the super chats and stuff like that. By Monkey, by Brad. And yeah, appreciate you for being here. Okay, I'll see you guys shortly. Bye, King.